What is up, guys? Welcome back to Max Level Podcast, where me and Daniel talk about games, our daily lives, and the random bullshit that ensues throughout the world. But today, I've been watching a whole lot of the new Digimon series. I love it. So I'm going to talk to Daniel about Digimon. Specifically, though, that Digimon is better than Pokemon. At least, I know in his opinion, too. I think so, too. But let's discuss why we think that. Also, we just got done watching Screw Attack's Death Battles on Pokemon vs. Digimon. So if you haven't seen that, you should definitely go watch that. It is Agumon vs. Charizard. And it is amazing. Then I was like, what the fuck did he just do? That was some kind of burp. Yeah, that was exploding. Exactly. But, so a few questions I have for you, Daniel. First of all, what is your favorite Digimon? And tell me why. Because I know it's Gabumon, but explain to the people.
No, please, by all means, continue. You know the evolutions of my favorite too. Gabumon, then what's the next one doing?
What Guru? Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah. Well, of course I know the evolutions.
Definitely Gabumon. Gabumon, I just loved him from the beginning because, like, even we kind of flipped later in life. Like, you liked him because he was kind of like icy. Oh, I liked him because he was icy. You liked Agumon because he was foul. But then somewhere down the line, our elements kind of flipped. I became foul.
In Digimon, there was the only one. In Digimon, there was the only one where it was always flipped. It's always been like that too. Yeah. Yeah. I guess the only one I was fire in.
Yeah, I guess. But Gabumon has a whole. He kind of like a unicorn meets like a little dog.
A unicorn meets a little dog. That's a good way to describe it for little children. A unicorn meets a little dog. I'm sure little girls would love that description. Hey, you want to watch this little unicorn and this little dog fight each other?
No, Gabumon's a little unicorn, little dog. Agumon's a little dinosaur.
He's a little dinosaur, yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. But, do you remember...
Wait, explain your Agumon addiction. You can't just ask me a question.
I love Agumon. One thing that pisses me off about Agumon, though, is that whenever they added him in, like, a season 4 or 5, some season I wasn't watching, but they completely changed his voice and everything. Like, I hate whenever they change things to, like, creatures. It's like, you should have just got a voice actor that was at least somewhat close. But that was the only thing that aggravated. But, yeah, I love Agumon. Fucking Agumon, any form of Greymon, Metal Greymon, War Greymon, any form of them, even the weird Flamedramon from Vmon. And there's another one from the 4th season that I can't even remember. I can see him from the games, though. Oh, also, yeah, we've been playing the games, too, which, not gonna lie, we love Pokemon games, but the Digimon World 1 is a severely underrated game. I go back and play it every single year, and it is amazing. I cannot recommend that game enough. It is on PlayStation 1. It is amazing. It is basically like a raise-your-own-pet simulator, but it's a little bit different. They will crap on the ground sometimes, and like you can't hungry. You have to pick it back up, but the only way to pick it up is to use another Digimon that you get by raising their virus level, which you get by shitting on the ground, which is just the worst Digimon to pick it up, but you get over it. You gotta feed them, you have to make them train. I forget what other parenting stuff is on there. You raise this on
them, they gotta sleep and rest.
They gotta sleep, rest. They can get sick and get too tired. They can die.
Moods, like you gotta scold them if they won't eat something.
Yeah, exactly. They have moods. Sometimes they won't do certain things.
You get like boost or chips like that increase their brains, which is basically smartness in Digimon World 1. But if they don't take it the first time, you gotta scold them and get back and they'll eat them, increase their brains level.
Or you could be like Daniel, whenever they're hungry, you could scold them then, and then they just won't be hungry anymore because you're a fucking asshole.
They won't be hungry for a little bit longer just because they're like, I'm scared to ask.
I'm scared to ask for food.
I didn't know that. No. I didn't even know that would happen, but that was funny. I was like, well, if it keeps you off my back a little bit longer, I guess.
And the funny thing about that is Daniel's also been playing Pokemon, too. I don't know what...
Emulator.
Oh, an emulator, huh? You fucking pirate. No. Well, we bought it way too many times. Fuck Game Freak and Pokemon at this point. I bought that game so many fucking times. So many fucking times.
It's like, how many times I bought Diablo?
Dude, these PC, Xbox 360, Xbox One. I feel like we bought it on Xbox One twice. We bought it physical, traded it into GameStop, and then we bought it digitally.
So we can never lose it again.
Just to never fucking lose it. back to Digimon though. What is your favorite game series? Because that is what got us started on Digimon, all of it. And we got it's between 1, 2, and 3. I know it's not 4 because
Digimon
at
the Digimon game series.
Yeah, we'll go to Pokemon here in a second.
What's your favorite game series? Like out of everything, I was like, it's a
Oh,
giant
no.
segue topic.
No, that's
but no, okay.
That'll be another topic for another time. But favorite Digimon games specifically.
Digimon World 2's. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know you like that one, but it is definitely the lowest on them. But it's definitely between Digimon World 1 and Digimon World 3. Like Digimon World 3. I played Digimon World 1. Digimon World 3 was cool, but it's just so many fetch quests. The battle system was awesome. Like, I will still go back and play it to this day, but just like being so primitive, Digimon World 1, like recruiting Digimon to the town and like having to raise them, then they Digivolve for you, and you're like, just the whole uniqueness for its time, man. Like, Digimon World 1, then. What is yours?
I'd probably have to go the exact same. Well, I'd probably put Digimon World 2 over Digimon World 3 just because I played Digimon World 3 so much. Yeah, but I'd have to go with Digimon World 1 as well. Just because it was it's still like we were talking earlier, like, it's still a game I think is ahead of its time. Like, it was just so much to do in that game. It's still a pretty big game from the feels of it, just from walking around playing in it. Over 50 Digimon to bring back to your town. They all, or a lot of them do completely different things. Some open shops, like one opens an item shop to buy. Meramon opens a restaurant to buy food in.
Agumon's a banker.
Agumon's a banker. Greymon is the tournament rally person. Centurmon is the medical center. Like, a whole bunch of Digimon that just do a whole bunch, and it's still like, and they got the remade versions on PSP now, the Vita, which we completely plan to go play. Like, just once we can get a Vita, we're definitely getting those games, and because those look freaking awesome. Those look like those recreated Digimon World, the best of the abilities, and Cyber Sleuth honestly looks more like a Digimon World 3. Or between 2 and 3 remake.
Painted it on. He says it's really awesome.
Do you have it on PS4?
Yep.
Do you have a physical copy of it?
That's a really good question. That's if we evolve that maybe instead until Don. Oh,
we need to get a Vita. We need to get a Vita.
It'll be a while before he's done with that, though.
Yeah, I'm sure if you either don't like Digimon at all, or you fucking love Digimon and you fucking just get everything. It's one or the other. And then there's Digimon World 4, which I'm sure is a fine game, but I fucking hate that game. I fucking hate it with a passion.
I liked it, but hated it because what it did to us, like...
We got it, one Christmas when we were young, we got that game for Christmas. We tried to open it, we put it in, would not work, it would not work forever. Finally, like 2 weeks later, we put it in, tried again, it works one time. We play the first mission, then we quit, go eat, come back. We put it back in, and it never worked, not a single damn time after that. And then every single copy we got after that, which was a PS2 copy and also an OG Xbox copy, both of those also did not work. And at that point, we said, fuck it, no, never have we tried to play that game again, nothing.
Yeah, like, that was like the day and ages when we were like so young, we couldn't really have, like, at least jobs, like, go in, clock, and but it was definitely a lot harder to get money than it is nowadays. So, once we got it for Christmas, we didn't see it again. We didn't see money to do it again until like a birthday or another holiday.
Right.
What happened?
What happened what? Yes.
Black box popped up.
I don't know what you're talking about. Well,
it popped up and then went down, so.
Well, I'll go check, guys. Before we move on over to Pokemon and I ask you a few questions about Pokemon. What is your favorite form of Gabumon and why? Go.
What was it? Gurumon is like the four-legged thing right after him. Isn't those like a Metal Gurumon? I think it's Metal Gurumon would probably be my favorite, just because it kind of takes like a four-legged falsely ball form of him, which I really like him, because it's more like a dog. Kind of a Metal Gurumon's kind of like a dog, but fused like mechanical, but fused with like, I don't know, just fused like badass, or kind of like Agumon's, like Greymon's, like really badass, but Gurumon just has some badass attacks, and Metal Gurumon, I don't know, just looks really badass. My favorite form of Gabumon's probably Metal Gurumon, even though don't get me wrong, I like Gabumon and like the form before, like whenever they get morphed and stuff. Like Agumon has the little pink guy for his like little egg species.
Yeah.
Like Gabumon, I don't remember what his looks like in that, but I'm sure it looks fine. Gabumon looks adorable, but when you pick favorites, you're picking a badassery like. I want you to look cool, still look kind of adorable if you're my own, but still fuck shit up.
Oh, now you're gonna have to explain to me what. Okay, so what's your favorite of the form? I was over there totally flipping my shit over there on the camera. Like, I'm glad you said something about the black box, because that was the camera telling us, hey, I just ran out of memory. I stopped recording, so I'm gonna have to throw up a picture of Gabumon or whatever creature you was talking about just then, as I'm over there fixing shit. Because I forgot to
good eye, Daniel.
Good, exact, very good eye. Because I forgot to delete the last max levels. Yeah, from the camera. So I went and deleted that. But
I hope you guys enjoyed that picture of Gabumon and Gabumon, and then probably the baby form of Gabumon, because I don't remember what he looked like. But whichever one you guys seen, sorry for the technical differences.
Alright, and explain Gabumon and or whatever your favorite form was. I'm gonna do a real quick clap sync, alright? Alright, now go explain some Gabumon.
Gabumon, my favorite form of Gabumon, Metal Gabumon. Gabumon cute, looks adorable. His baby form probably looks adorable, but when you pick a favorite, you want to pick badass. When I say badass, I mean fuck shit up type of bad. Gabumon looks badass, full leg, but looks like a dog. He'd be adorable for his mouth. Metal Gabumon's like, looks adorable, he's your own. But if he's not, you can be, ooh, it's kind of adorable. And then you see like all the fucking metal attached to him, and you're like, nope. It's Metal Gabumon. Just have a complete badassery.
I wasn't sure if he was going to pick Gabumon or Metal Gabumon. I don't think he's going to pick Gabumon.
Wait, fuck, I forgot. Yeah, the two-legged. Fuck.
Yeah, the two-legged, the one that stands and walks and is like a martial arts badass.
Fuck, I knew I was even picturing him in my head. I just did not remember. I forgot about him. Mostly due to his name.
Mostly due to his name.
Because
they all involve Gabumon. How did you forget one of the Gabumons?
I forgot it was werewolf fused with Gabumon. Gabumon.
So you've been rambling on about
Metal
Gabumon. Oh, good thing I came back, because
you told me. Because those pictures ain't gonna mean shit there.
Well, I mean, yeah, true.
You should pop up just a picture of Gabumon with the question mark.
Right.
Yeah, Gabumon. You don't fuck up with a standing on two legs, kung fu master of a motherfucking wolf.
Even though it is his ultimate form, but he still looks like a complete badass.
Yeah.
Like, you know what my favorite form of Agumon is. It has to be Wargreymon. Like, there's no it's either Wargreymon or Greymon. No, not Skullgreymon.
Yeah. Looks like a giant walking skeleton.
Mm-hmm. But like it has to be Wargreymon, but if not that, Greymon. Like they're both super badass, but Wargreymon just on a pure level fucking shit up. They like Terror Destroyer is basically
he's the one with,
like
the wings in the back, kind of, but with that shield.
Yeah, okay. Him and Metal Gabumon fucking fused to become Omnimon or whatever it is. But yeah, first time you see him, like, God, I can still fight my Otismon, fucking his big ass dumb ass up.
Yeah.
Such a good part of the TV show. If you haven't seen Digimon and you're still watching this for some reason, you need to go watch Digimon, because it's a good show. And they're airing a new show right now, and it is really good. It's the original 6 kids that, like, when I was 6 or 7, these kids were 6 or 7. Yeah, I'm a little bit older, but now they're 17, 18 in this new series, and it is fucking awesome. I love it. I could not recommend it enough. But speaking on Pokemon, like, we're going to roundabout go to why we think Digimon's better than Pokemon, but I would just like to...
Oh, yeah, because we've been talking about Digimon for so long. We're supposed to be talking about both of them.
I would just like to know what is your favorite Pokemon game first. And then...
Either one with the bases are really awesome. I know Honey Boo Boo.
Oh, you're just speaking that way.
I don't know. At some point. I was just shaking off like a half ball that I didn't want to blow into the audience.
they're gonna smell it good and fine.
No, I thought I would have balled and they could have pulled me. But no, favorite game series. The ones with the bases were awesome, but this is completely biased as fuck. Red Bullshit. The very OG Red. Why? It says Charizard on it. In the story, and it's red.
It's Alright.
Even though the newest one with the bases, being able to do the bases again, I haven't played it yet, but just the bases in the older ones were badass. Let alone the newer
like
one.
Alpha, Sapphire, and Omega, or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever the
like those
called.
upgraded bases with the hordes of Pokemon, I'm sure would be my favorite gameplay mechanic wise. They're just nostalgia fused with Charizard on the front, like completely biased. But what's your favorite?
So I'd have a hard choice. I'd have to probably.
Before you segue us off to another.
I'd have to say probably Pokemon Sapphire, just because that's what me and you played the most. Like we literally played Sapphire and Ruby to like fucking death, just like almost completely max level. And then, but on a very close second, I would have to say Heart Gold, because that's the one I played my
was
senior.
Was that the one with like Ho-Ho?
Yeah, but it was a remake for it. Like the one I played my senior year is the one where every single like it had the 251 pluses, but every single Pokemon could follow you. Like it had an animated thing that followed you. Yeah, so whichever one you had at first in your party would follow you. So I always had Dragonite, who was the baddest. That was also the game that on my senior trip, like I beat one of my good friends while going down to Florida to Disney World. Like I just beat him over and over, and he was using a game short getting a whole bunch of other like Pokemon creatures. And I just beat him over. It was awesome. It's
illegal, Dylan, if you train them yourself.
Well, dude, my trained Pokemon were bad out. On Heart Gold, I had 2 Dragonites. One was level 100, one was like level 90-something. A Tyranitar that was like 88 or something. Shit, actually, I forget one was because I forget their names. It was like another dragon type, but it was Garchomp or something like that, and I forget the other two, but it was that team was a badass.
So you just need Articuno to come through and sweep you off.
And I think you may have already touched on this, so we're going to jump to it so you can hurry up. Your favorite Pokemon, we assume it's Charizard, since you just gave the whole bias as fuck.
Oh, yeah. Definitely Charizard, and then...
Can you give us a little description why? What made you love him so much?
The very first introduction of Pokemon, really. Like, the first episode I ever really remember watching is the one with Charmander and Ash when they get caught out in the rain. And he makes it such a huge deal, like, to keep him alive. And then just going and playing the games and just, I don't know. I built a bond with that little Charmander, then watching him evolve and become a badass flying dragon. Like, I want him to live, please. No.
But, yeah.
Days like that's when he needed a lot on.
Mine would be between Blastoise, Squirtle, and Totodile. Like, I love the fuck out of all 3 of those. Like, the dude, like, Blastoise is powerful, Squirtle is cute as fuck, and Totodile is like somewhere in the middle. Like, cute as fuck, where you just don't want to mess with him. If he was a real creature, like, you would not want to mess with him.
Because he's a little crocodile, and like, he'd be fast.
Of course, you definitely wouldn't want to mess with Blastoise, because his pumps can blast through steel from, like, hundreds of yards away. Which is a pretty precise fucking power blast. But, I'd probably pick Squirtle, just because, like, he's OG, like, always pick Squirtle. If Squirtle is an option as a starter Pokemon, I pick Squirtle. Just, like, he makes the first gym easy, but he doesn't make the game too difficult, because water's the second gym. Let me tell you who's a freaking noob. People who pick Bulbasaur is a noob. I tell you, I don't care. People who pick Bulbasaur, because you get the rock gym first of all, and then you get the water gym. So you're just fucking bond whipping your ass. Trust me, I know. I play Bulbasaur a lot. just to understand the whole, and I'm like, no, I don't like this. Like, cause you just
is it really that easy as Venusaur?
It is.
Well, I've never picked Bulbasaur.
As Bulbasaur, yeah, it's just super easy. Like, if you just use Bulbasaur and train out your team just somewhat right, or you just use Bulbasaur
so it seems
and just
like
power train him.
Like hold mode, Squirtle's medium mode, and then Venusaur's easy mode.
Because the only
I don't think Charmander gets any bonuses against anything he fights in the beginning. So it goes from off and then to waddle.
Yeah, he's basically. It's basically like I'm pretty sure that's the way. I'm pretty sure that's the way it was by design somehow. I'm sure they had, but yeah, Bulbasaur
makes the beginning holdable, but in the end it doesn't fucking matter. Like that's some bullshit.
Because after those gyms, it definitely doesn't fucking matter. Because Cinnabar, by then, like, those fire Pokemon are super strong, and they know definitely how to take out a fire Pokemon. You know what I mean? But and the water people are pretty strong too, just because they use confusion and some other things, like especially in like the remakes of the games. But yeah, I'd have to pick Squirt. Man, I could go on a whole rant about Bulbasaur. Fuck him. Fuck the little green dude. Like, I know I like them. I want them if I can.
Like you trade for them. Like, you know, you had some other people.
What's your opinions on Pikachu?
Fuck, I don't know. Like Pikachu.
What about Pokemon Yellow? Just the game period.
Oh, just him following you,
or just in the game, like the game being the fact that it's 100, like the fact that it's a lot harder than the other versions of the game. Like if you played that, you're sure you noticed that because Pikachu can't do anything against Rock. You have to super train Pikachu or get a completely different Pokemon to take on Brock. Like that's your only two options on that game. And then Water Gym's easy, but then right after that is what's the fucking third? Oh, is Lightning and fucking Raichu just stomps your fucking ass.
Yeah, like I don't mind Pikachu opens that.
And all the Pokemon are higher level in that game too, but I liked it. I might go back and start playing it.
You got the OG people that want to stay with Pikachu, then you have the other people that are like, oh, Raichu, and I'm like, fuck it. If they evolve from a stone, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, if they're gonna evolve from a stone, I'm just gonna get me a stupid. I mean, not a stick. I'm just gonna get me an Eevee.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I love Eevee. Eevee's a great
Eevee
Pokemon.
Can go for like loads of different things. Exactly.
Not gonna lie, Jolteon is my favorite form though.
Fast as fuck.
Heck yeah, he is. So, Pokemon Alpha, Squirtle favorites, Pokemon Red, Charizard. You just fucking love Charizard all around.
Yeah.
And finally, before we move on from this topic, what is it about Digimon that you think made you like Digimon more than Pokemon? Because
the thing that I don't know, it was in we're in the digital era. Like Digimon, the thing that gets it more is it's a whole different universe, kind of about by the digital age. Like it could be like an MMO, like breaking loose, like a Digimon MMO. It seems like it'd be more realistic, but Pokemon seems more like a planet we'd have to find and it ought to be integrated there and stuff. And like
I feel like
the bond that people make with the Digimon is always a lot more powerful because it's like both worlds are at stake. When Pokemon are like, let's go battle.
Yeah. Go, slave!
But Digimon, they don't fuck around because it's both universes at stake, and they're like, you need me just as much as I need you. Like, it's not no communism Pokemon.
Yeah, dude, Pokemon, that's probably my points against Pokemon too. Why, like, Digimon is they have that strong bond. Like, I didn't even think about the digital age being another reason, but yeah, like, the digital age, I'm sure is another good reason why we like it. But, the main thing against Pokemon is just like, the older you get, the more you realize that Pokemon are just like Pokemon could technically exist now if someone created a device that could store the energy of a being in it. You know what I mean? They just kept it in like a cryogenic state until you fucking threw the ball again, and it just came out of it back to whatever state it was in. Yeah. So, like, to it, no time passed. You know what I mean? It just gets hit by the ball and then instantly comes back out.
And other people are going to be like, well, they say in the Pokeball to go to a giant playground and it's kind of like heaven. You trapped in a ball that tiny, I don't care what kind of heaven it puts around you, but when you know the outside exists and you know that is some bullshit,
it's like a Matrix
dream or imagination, like a Matrix,
like a Matrix animals.
Like, it doesn't count, nor does it equate.
Exactly. But Digimon, like you said, they have that strong, strong friendship. They have that strong, strong bond. And they absolutely whip some ass. Yeah, Pokemon do too, but Digimon, it shows them destroying buildings, fucking just mowing through stuff. But let's do a nice little segue. Actually, it's a really shitty segue, but who cares? That's what I'm good for.
It's like a segue with a fat person on it.
Stutter. But I want to talk a little bit about, because I had this thought segue. Actually, it's a really shitty segue, but who cares? That's what I'm good for.
It's like a segue with a fat person on it.
Stutter. But I want to talk a little bit about, because I had this thought earlier in the week about rage culture. We was watching some Fine Brothers stuff. We was watching basically their rollback reenactments, or them rolling everything back, basically. And I just started thinking about rage culture and why it's not necessarily, it seems to be a good thing. Like, there had to have been better ways to tell the Fine Brothers that this wasn't necessarily the best idea. You know what I mean? Like, there had to have been better, kinder ways to explain that idea without blasting him up, or without blasting both of them on the internet. calling them all sorts of bad names, making it seem like they're this completely evil person when, yeah, they could have done something bad, but it's their business, like, you know what I mean? They gotta try to protect certain parts of them.
Yeah,
and
they gotta pay their employees, like, they gotta protect the well-beings of
exactly.
employees. They can go dictatorship, because America.
Exactly. Like, yeah, the one bad thing they did was they tried to trademark React. Like, if a bunch of people would have just said, hey, maybe don't trademark React, maybe just trademark Kids React, Teens React, and Elders React, maybe if you just trademarked those, you guys will be fine. You know, you won't feel as much backlash. But no, people just flip their shit. There's a whole bunch of videos online that just mock them and make fun of them when maybe they could have just asked nicely.
Milking them views is what they're doing, Dylan.
That YouTube money.
Oh, if you guys stay tuned to one of our channels, you will definitely get a chuckle.
Sorry for the hard cut, guys. I had a call about work, so I had to take it real fast. But we're back here bitching about some rage culture. Anyway, some questions I'd like to throw your way, Daniel, about this rage culture is that, maybe should the internet completely blast somebody whenever something, like, there's certain instances like give an awesome shout out to Drama Alert for all those weird, the Minecraft YouTubers that are like, shout out to him for getting some of those.
What is it? I know he goes by Keemstar, but is it Killer Keemstar?
I think so.
Yeah, shout out to him because he's he's the only person it seems like going after a lot of these Minecrafters. Like, we'll just.
Yeah,
they are out of control.
Out of control. So are we, but not as much.
Yeah,
not nearly as much, and we're not fucking pedophiles neither. So
exactly,
fuck them.
Like, if you're 26 or hell, you 20 or above, too close. Don't be fucking with no 18-year-olds, especially if you have millions of subscribers on YouTube. Like, you got so many fangirls, you're just looking like a complete creep ass. Like, especially wait a couple years, if anything. Like, fuck, be single, make that YouTube money you've been dreaming about or whatever. And when they're actually of age and away from that 18 mark, by all means, good soul, but what are you doing? You had a birthday last month. Here I am.
But except for them, I think they're the only things that probably rage culture should be collided. Because like I've said, like I can get along with a murderer a whole lot better than I could a rapist or a pedophile.
Yeah, because he probably had a good reason.
Exactly. Like he may have had a good reason. Like maybe someone raped his child, which I do not blame him. Fucking kill that motherfucker. Go ahead. But yes, rage culture about that. But the Vine brothers maybe is not as important of a deal. A trademark on internet videos, like that's not the biggest deal in the
Yeah, like not big, not to collapse that much, like not for the whole internet to collectively collapse on them, and like them just bleeding subscribers left and right. Like, not that bad. Like money's not really that important, to be honest. Like, don't get me wrong, it helps. Everybody needs it, but it's not.
It's not the driving force, exactly.
Like, it's not the driving force. Like, if they did start going after people for more money, and some people would see they're greedy and they'd end up being like that one guy, the villain of the internet or whatever, the guy that bought that HIV pill in Skyrock.
Oh, the CEO, Martin Scarelli?
Yeah, like, people do like that. Then we'll end up having to go to the Supreme Court and our fucking judge system or, our little system will deal with them. Not, the whole internet's just gonna be a lot of trolls or like a lot of people just trying to milk the money for themselves, which is like, they own a business. They're paying employees. Or if not paying them, they're at least benefiting them some way. Like, there's no point in us all going to bash them and help them. Like, when they've helped a lot of people. Like,
exactly, which is like
there's no point in it. Really.
Exactly, there are better ways they could have went about it. Like, we could have just
waited a week and see how it went,
or even just a few, or even just opposing just the trademark to React, or sending a few thousand nice fucking messages saying, hey, like, I understand elders, teens, kids React. Maybe not React, though, because that's such a broad term, and maybe you could use that for, in a nice, it could have been done a little bit nicer instead of exploding. And maybe people say it's about the way he came off about it, but I don't know, man. Like, yeah, they came off like the one line that people point to is, if you don't want to join, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? But we make those jokes all the damn time. You know what I mean? Sorry about that, guys. So, I have another call from work. I had to take it, but we were just complaining about rage culture. I think after that next break, after that little break again from rage culture, I think that's kind of the sign to say, hey, maybe you should move on from rage culture a little bit.
Maybe we should stop raging about rage culture.
Yeah, maybe we should stop raging. So we can do that next time a little bit later. But we're going to move on to something I want to talk about called For the Love of Raging. So we can do that next time a little bit later. But we're going to move on to something I want to talk about called For the Love of Film. Basically, we're going to discuss a little bit about our favorite films, our favorite movies from when we were younger. You got any that you can think of right off the bat?
Right off the bat, maybe when I was a kid, like Shrek 1 or Spider-Man 1, just because I had to watch them so many times.
God, or Spider-Man 2. We watched Spider-Man 2 a lot, too, with Doc Ock.
Oh, and that, like, favorite movie-wise, probably I Am Legend. Like, I Am Legend's a really good movie. I don't know, Krampus and some of the other ones here recently I've watched with Corey and stuff. They're really good. Like, off the bat, I just sit down and think about it for a while. We'll talk to Hall about it because a lot of the head right now. But Krampus is a really good movie.
Star Wars.
Star Wars is a really good one. Seen that Star Wars?
Star Wars
is probably my favorite movie of all time right now, honestly.
Star Wars is probably my favorite series. It's definitely a high up there series. But as far as just single movies, like, I know I watched this just very recently, but I'd probably have to pick Casablanca. Like, man, Casablanca was awesome. I was just telling you about it.
Oh, yeah, that's
and you was completely enthralled. Like, you was just like, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds...
Is that the movie where two men actually became men, understood the differences, and was like, is that one?
Yeah.
Where two men just basically manned up, understood the confusion of what all went wrong, and they actually fucking manned up and dealt with this scenario like bosses.
It is a good synopsis without spoiling the story, Daniel. Good job. But yeah, dude, it was an amazing movie. Like, you watched it all the way through, you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this movie. By the end of it, you're just like, heck yeah, that guy's awesome, this dude's awesome, she's kind of okay, but I like them. Yeah. They all got out happy. Okay. Everyone makes it. But yeah, dude, Casablanca's awesome. Another runner-up, which I've also just watched recently, Citizen Kane. Like, that was just a nice psychological movie that you think about for a little bit, and it really has, like, really no real meaning other than the dude just misses his mom, misses the place where he came from, that money can't buy happiness. It's just another thing you can't buy or do. Like, happiness is just whatever you make of it. It's all in your head. But that was another good movie. And then we go down childhood movies, and there was, like, just a whole slew of them I can think of. Like, Scooby-Doo, the movie. Only the first one. Like, all the other live movies sucked kind of after that. But Scooby-Doo, the movie, was amazing. Like, I remember the first time we got it and watched it. I watched it 6 times in a row whenever we got it. Like, watched it the first time, everyone left, and then I watched it 5 more times instantly right after. Another movie I watched basically like that was Resident Evil Apocalypse. The second Resident Evil movie.
The movie was awesome.
Yeah.
I like that one with the laser wall when they're going into
the first one.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
But, like, that movie, I cannot tell you how many times. Like, over 100 times. Probably over 200. Like, I just remember every day after school, watch it. Next day, watch it. Next day, watch it. Every single time.
So are you
way
watching movies doing? I was RuneScape.
Oh yeah, I know what you was doing. I don't know what you was doing while I was playing these games.
Oh yes.
You was on the computer RuneScaping, so I was like, well, I'm just gonna keep watching these fucking movies. And then
he's on RuneScape tonight. Means no co-op game.
And then we got Shrek as well. Like you were saying, like we can basically quote that movie.
Nice. Yeah, if I watched it again, I could probably almost say every word like that. Because I knew that's the point it got to when I was a kid, is I'd watch it so much, I know every word for word, throughout the whole movie. It's bad. I could have voice acted the whole movie.
Right.
Fiona and all.
But, and then we got some great old Disney movies, too. Like, The Lion King is the one that most people will know about it today. Great movie. You don't remember The Lion? Like, I've watched it a few times since being a child, but that's a great movie. Fucking, Oliver and Company. another great movie. You're like, I don't remember none of these movies, but we watched them, so. But they're good movies. Snow White is a good movie. Oliver and Company. Man, what was it? Oh, Fox and the Hound.
I was about to say, don't even look at me because I have no.
Fox and the Hound, my favorite Disney movie. Period. My favorite anime movie, and probably animated movie. Period. Maybe Digimon movie, but like, I don't know. It's a juggle. But Fox and the Hound definitely I can't decide between those two. But like, I love Fox and the Hound. Great movie. Fuck the second one. The second one, it goes back to when they're kids and there's some circus. Fuck that movie. But Fox and the Hound is fucking awesome. And if you had to pick a favorite Disney movie, just a straight, flat-out Disney movie, you don't remember. You have to remember some kind. You have not seen any recent Disney movie. Not a Lion King, not a Snow White.
Does it count like if it's like very, very
Is
off?
it Disney?
Like it's just owned by them? Like it's a company?
Like Star Wars?
Maybe.
Or Marvel? Sure.
Yeah,
you
sure.
go.
Sure. This movie right here, baby.
Star Wars. Oh yeah, like I don't really like the animated shows though. It's like they're just okay. But dude, the movies rule. I'm at this point. I'm glad Disney bought them. Can't wait for the next Star Wars movies. And
I'm glad Disney bought them just because the amount of money they made off of pursuing something they probably really like, and because Disney takes care of their shit usually.
Did you hear they just announced Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens? The game. There's a Lego game about The Force Awakens. Yeah. And speaking of some games, segueing off of Star Wars, Xbox. What is your preferred game on Xbox? Star Wars. Xbox. What is your preferred game on Xbox right now? What do you play?
Old game right now. I was playing Ark Survival Evolved on the game pretty hardcore, but now I'm just really playing Diablo. Some Black Ops 3, expansions coming out for Xbox One, so it's but it's mostly Diablo right now, and H1Z1's coming later this month, so Diablo 3 I'm on right now, and H1Z1 later this month.
I know you haven't been playing PS4, but is there any game that's sitting on that PS4 that you think people should be playing?
Rocket League, end of story.
Rocket League.
Like the Final Fantasy and some other games I got on there, like Nidhogg and stuff, but Rocket League is a hands down, like, if you ain't playing it on Steam, or you haven't played it on Steam yet, it ain't to Xbox yet, you need this on your PlayStation 4.
It's a great game, and dude, it's coming to Xbox. We'll probably get it on Xbox too. That's how good this game is. And if you
Diablo, it basically bought on every platform.
We got both platforms, Daniel. We got some games on both platforms. But if you had to let people know which one would you, like personally, if you had to say buy this one over this one, which one would you pick right now? And what would be some of your reasons? Xbox over PlayStation. Fuck Wii U right now. We love Nintendo though. They make great games, but they're all stranded on just a kind of a crappy hardware. Like, let's be honest, crappy hardware. But anyway, back to Xbox and PlayStation. Fuck Nintendo.
I'm completely biased because I'm really like achievements and stuff, and I have more games on the Xbox than I do with PlayStation 4 right now. So mine's completely Xbox biased, but Xbox One right now is I like people should get. Even though, don't get me wrong, PlayStation 4 is booming in sales, and like if you're looking for a console that more your friends more likely own, go PlayStation 4. But if you want to join Daniel in the fanboy club, you join me on the Xbox Ones.
Pretty sure this ain't no fanboy club because we got both of them. But
that is a good point. But still, my biased opinion is Xbox. But if you're a single player type of person, honestly, don't feel like it honestly matters too much. Like, it's kind of a throw up in the air with either one. But if you're just looking like, if you're really a multiplayer type of person, most people you'll meet, just based off of sales alone, most people you'll meet will probably have a PlayStation 4. So if you're a multiplayer player, just go. And it's more like a computer, like you might be more familiar with it. So if you're a multiplayer player, PS4. And if you want to go with my biased as fuck opinion, join me on the Xbox.
Join me. Exactly.
So which one do you think, Dylan?
See,
I had to choose.
You know my biased opinion is Xbox, but that's only because we have so many games literally bought on it. Like, that's what we grew up on as Xbox. Yeah, we were kids on Nintendo, but we, grew up with Xbox. That's where Jet Set Radio Future and Halo Gears of War.
Call of Duty.
It's where I went through puberty. You know what I mean? Like a lot of things happen on the Xbox with me. So like I would have to, my own personal bias, I'd have to say Xbox. But I'm not gonna discredit the PS4 right now. Is rocking some of it. Like Rocket League alone, dude, is fucking awesome. The Last of Us is over there, which you can't give that game. Like that game just is phenomenal. Like I'm still trying to push through it because we're borrowing it from a friend. Like I'm trying to push through it, but man, it is hard. But it is
what a fun game, yeah.
Such a good game.
And it has Until Dawn.
Dawn. It's got Infamous, Second Son. It's got a whole bunch of great indie games. The Killzone game, so like
they're rolling out a nice way of doing the backwards compatible. So if you don't already own the game, it's pretty easy to go back and.
Oh yeah, they got they launched a PS2 Classic system, which we've been in there buying some games. We got Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It could even be Digimon World 4. That's how much it pisses me off that they could only bring back that one, and it would make me so happy that I would sit there and ragefully play it. Because I'm like, at least I know it's gonna work. At least I know it's gonna work. Dude, that could be the one thing. Like, PlayStation is probably the only company that could rectify or hate the Digimon World 4 is by putting it on the digitals.
Yeah.
So we could fucking play it and not have to worry about it. No, like, because then we'd be getting trophies for it too. Like, it'd feel like our wait was finally rectified by getting trophies for it and stuff. But, like, I like trophy systems now too. Like, I like the way they do trophies.
I like how you can level up on them and stuff.
I like the way they do them too. Like, you know, if you beat the main game, you get a platinum for it, and like the other stuff, like they don't have platinums, but you basically can 100% the DLC, but there is no platinum for it. You know, there's a platinum for the main game, and that's it. And then the other games just have DLC like trophies with them that you can 100% as well. But so I like the way they do that. What I was gonna, there's one more thing I was gonna say. Something you already said though, but that's where the people are at right now. You know what I mean? Like so far, like basically PlayStation is outselling Xbox 2-1, which is not a bad thing because the Xbox right now is outpacing the 360 just by a little bit, which is great. So if you're an Xbox fan, you have nothing to worry about. Xbox is doing just fine, making some money. Games are still selling great on Xbox. They're still selling, like, you know what I mean? PlayStation isn't just like doubling Xbox game sales, you know, which is pretty nice. I mean, the Xbox gamers buying a shit ton of games. But, like you said, PlayStation is where the people are at. Like, so if you go where your friends are at, if your friends got Xbox, if your brothers, if your family's got Xbox, go Xbox. If your brothers, if your family, if your friends got PlayStation, go PlayStation. Cause
if you're alone, fuck it. Who honestly cares? Like, just people. It got whichever one literally has more games that you play.
Yeah, if you're
even if it's by one. If it's like, it has The Last of Us and Until Dawn. PS4, well, fuck it.
Right. If you're a shooter person, it's got fucking Halo and Call of Duty, and I forget the other. Oh, and it's got Titanfall. So, basically, if you're a loner, pick what games you like. If you like role-playing games, I'd say go PlayStation. Shooter guy, still go Xbox. PlayStation's got the Call of Duty DLC first, but Call of Duty still isn't hitting the level of Titanfall yet, so, like, people can say what they want about Titanfall, but every game is trying to copy that game right now. Literally every shooter right now is still trying to copy Titanfall. You hear Titanfall 2? It was literally announced when Titanfall was released. Like, they were like, yes, we're instantly doing a second one. Yeah. Like, there was no... It's gonna have a single-player campaign, dude. I'm pretty sure I saw that on GameSpot.
The only thing else it needs is physics, blowing.
Rumor, single confirmed.
Rumor has it.
Single confirmed. But I'm pretty sure I saw it on GameSpot news that it was confirmed to have a single-player campaign. So that's a single confirmed here, but I'm pretty sure it's double confirmed. But probably sometime soon we'll definitely confirm that because I fucking love the fuck out of Titanfall.
A single-player one,
and that will make that game
the bomb holds, the Titans. It only needs more attachments, more ways to customize your Titans, more chassis, like body types for your Titans, and then just physics, make it to where if I cluster missile that building, not one's gonna blow through it, because, it's the future, no more built against that shit, but if I lay a whole cluster missile into that bitch, like a whole rocket salvo, that thing is tumbling to the floor. Or if huge building. I blow through the wall, walking through it. I see support beams, and I blow through all of them. That whole thing's falling out.
I could not imagine if Titanfall and Battlefield had like some kind of weird child. Like that would be.
But hey,
perfect.
Call of Duty's been waiting too long. Let's make a game together and fuck them up.
Like not only is it a game, not only is it a game that you're like in a mech that you can do awesome Titanfall wall running on, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's also a game that in that mech you can destroy the walls that these little guys are running on. You know, so you get the awesome movement of Titanfall, but also being able to bring down those walls to make sure that people, you know what I mean? And then it just creates different running paths, different.
Even if it's just a game mode,
it had to be an amazing engine, yeah. Or if it's just one map. Basically, they're like
one huge like a wall.
And it's basically a map built around like more like quick time events, like you know what I mean. You shoot this, does this to the, you know, even if it's a bunch of those, you know what I mean? If they built one map with like 25 of those, like you shoot this part, something falls, which changes like the way you run. If it was just one map that had a lot of those, like that would still be the fucking shit. Like, you know, like a certain part where like, you know what I mean, you punch this wall with your Titan and it'll fucking open up this wall, breaks it, so you can fucking start walking through that area with Titans, dude. Like, yeah, as you can tell, I love Titanfall. I know you love Titanfall because you hit 10th gen. Like, yeah, I like
10th gen, 6th team in the world, only on game battles. Loads of people use game battles. Like, we're doing good. All those After Dark people I played with are all still pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Alfredo, was stomping.
Dude, Alfredo was
stomping into the ground. Like, his team completely destroyed Titanfall MLG single-handedly just because of how good they were. Like, they were just on some other
because
level.
of how good they were and just how well-known Alfredo was. So people was like, well, I can't get Fall on the competitive level, nor on the fame level.
But I also feel like it was just like, they had the team that had 6 great players. It was like other teams like yours, like it was like you with
6 lone wolves,
and you know, there was like 2 other good players, and then the other few like, you know, kind of sucked, honestly. Like it was you and the other 2 like holding that team up, but like you 3 were so good that, you know, like fucking carried those other 3. They were just okay, but you fucking carried the other 3. But Alfredo's team had just like 6 actual, like all 6 of them fucking could just fucking play, yeah. So like and I think that was also the only team that had 6 full just. Like, there should have been a few teams that, like, fucking basically, like, dropped a few and then combined, and then, like, they would have been actual competitive teams to compete against.
Drop the ego and then we know who's the fucking badass in this team. Now, we'll go take the shitty ones from that other team, we'll go make a team, then you guys team up and hope they fucking win some money before it falls off the face of the wall.
Hopefully. But, for some reason, we've been going on about Xbox and
PlayStation for a while.
We've been going on about Titanfall. Yeah. Being over at Xbox and PlayStation. So
professional segways going. We should change it from max level to max segway.
I think it should be Shitty Segway. That should be the whole name of the show. Yeah. Shitty Segway. But so I think for us Xbox, but go where your friends are at. Go where the family's at. Go where the people you love is at.
Yeah. Go where the happiness is at. If you are a depressed person, but you are alone on top of gamer,
where's the happiness at?
Exactly. No, this is what I'm saying. Like, maybe you should get PS4 and start playing with other people and start getting yourself out of that little depression shell. Like, just go where your friends are at. Go where the people you know are at. Or hell, if you don't have any friends and you're a complete loner, go to any console that you think, you know somebody around you is playing, just so you can purely start a conversation with them about it. And slowly go where your other things. Go where your loved ones are at. Go where your friends are at. And then, sadly, in the very least of it, go where the fucking people you work with are at. Sadly, but do not do that one. Do not go where your loved ones.
Go where
the friends are at, because the work people love them, but if you get a new job, the chances that they're actually going to play with you too slim.
Okay, so Daniel's advice: go where the happiness is at. Yep. Go where the families is at. Go fuck work people. Is basically what he's saying. No. Like, those are not friends. No, those are people you say. Those are people you say fuck them. No, I'm just. I'm just.
Luckily, the people I work with, we were all gamers before, like working together. We all look like you just on the same console. But like, you know, if you just started a job or you've been working there a little bit, and you hear, you know, you could just get the console yourself out of entry because you hear some people talking about, but don't go buy it just to try to be playing with those work people because they get a different job or you get a different job. You probably ain't gonna talk to them, and they will probably just like fucking honestly just like half truthful to your face and probably talking shit behind your back, depending on what type of job you were working at. So I wouldn't even try.
Daniel getting nitty gritty to the factory workers that we used to work with.
Yeah.
Now we ain't gonna name no names, but well, that's the name of the company. But we're allowed to. We're allowed to name that. We say gonna name the people we used to work with at Hutchinson's. All right, you damn redneck. I'm sorry. I don't like my southern accent either. I'm trying to get rid of it. So if you notice me all of a sudden speaking in a very, like, stern, sophisticated manner, it is because I realize my accent, and that is me fucking clicking.
Let me adjust this here. It will never go away, Dylan. It's stuck with you.
It's not stuck with me.
For life.
There's people that
Orange.
Have you even heard the story of
I
don't know if this is true, but apparently labeled to carry, whatever, Larry, the whatever dude,
Larry
the fucking redneck. Yes. As a northerner, and got his accent from going. But he spent a year or two in Florida because he liked being an actor and wanted to be. But he spent a year or two in Florida, and that's where he picked it up. Like he was like trying to pick it up from them. So he was like basically like a mock version of them. Like that's where his comes from. That's why everyone thinks Southerners sound like that. It's because like it was just someone else that was just trying to pick it up because he was trying to use it as like an act, which he does phenomenally well. He does phenomenally well.
Luckily, though, for you, every time I'm on deliveries and stuff, people are like, "Where are you from? You don't sound like you're from around here." Even I know mine's some like weird rednecky future, whatever the fuck people think I sound like. So, right. So that's not much better. But fuck, at least the people around here don't like you're from around here, right? Nope, boom.
Nope, bada boom.
Now tip me as I leave. No,
but we did a even worse job segueing out Xbox versus PS4 because we still got caught in the segue. So here we go. We're finally segueing out of Xbox versus PS4. Fade to Black, Video 5, which is just our random topics. What's been your favorite YouTube video this week?
Tip me as I leave. No,
but we did a even worse job segueing out of Xbox versus PS4 because we still got caught in the segue. So here we go. We're finally segueing out of Xbox versus PS4. Fade to Black, Video 5, which is just our random topics. What's been your favorite YouTube video this week, Daniel? I like talking about it. So far, like
you go. I'm gonna say you go first.
Mine's not a think about
it.
Okay, mine's not a YouTube video. If I had to pick just like strictly YouTube video, I'd probably have to go with something Funhouse today because that's just like it's something telling me Funhouse. Like I'm not sure what video, but really something Funhouse. But I'm really loving
all that.
Kind of funny live stream.
That's
exactly what I was gonna say. Like kind of funny live stream is fucking like that's what we're watching right now on Twitch. It's like we're watching the back play of the kind of funny live stream, and that is just so funny. Never in my life do you get more enjoyment than just watching like 5 dudes just walk around the house and dick off and like do little goals and like play stupid games. Like the next part we're fixing to watch is them going and electrocuting themselves. But it is awesome.
I thought it was playing this one.
No, it has been electrocuting. It's been playing some electrocution game now. But go watch that. It's on Twitch. Kind of funny games. Go find them. Like you'll find that it's the most recent 12-hour one. You'll find it super easy. Go find them. But that's our favorite YouTube video.
I thought it ended at 75K too, like that goal they had. I thought it ended at 75K. Then they were done raising money. But no, like I like it that everybody's like supporting him so much. We're like, well, hell, guys, we gotta expand this just because we're gonna end up throwing so much towards it. What we got. We're gonna have so much extra we got. Even if it's not the original thinking of it, I just think that's cool. That there's like, well, hell, they're just on a train like that. They set new benchmarks and just keeps going.
You're
as I do is shitty.
You drive around a lot. You know, you in a vehicle.
I'm a professional segwayer.
You're a professional segway. Exactly. You're on your motorcycle all day long, segwaying around. Love it. So what songs you listening to while you're driving around that Segway? Like, it should be the same one.
Just to
last
clarify,
week.
I do not deliver pizza on no shitty ass Segway. It's a shitty ass Grand Am, thank you.
It's a shirt. You ain't gotta tell them the model of your car. Now get on to the song.
I didn't say the year back, but the song.
You should say that. Like they're gonna be driving around like that's a 1998 Grand Am. That ain't Daniel.
No goal. Exactly.
Anyway, what's the song on this Segway?
I jam. You know me, while I drive my Segways, I like to jam out to some Downtown by Macklemore.
Downtown. No matter what. Sin served. I can't think of the word that when you get taken down. But,
no. I'm gonna walk out there with a gun and start blowing some brains out.
Oh, Daniel. Nope, that was the hard cut back in. I liked it. I liked you leaning up and saying if there's another hard cut, I'm gonna blow a brain out. I love it. Okay. That's a nice hard cut.
Back to brains.
Now we got, exactly. You just finished your song of the week. Yeah, I know it was a joke singing Downtown, but so get on to your real song so you can
listen to just loads of music while out on the roads. But
you gotta have a pop song.
Yeah, no, it's still Panic at the Disco's new album, and it's either Don't Threaten Me with a Good Time or Death of a Bachelor. Still, I think I might have said that in one of the other podcasts, but I'm still listening to them. I'm one of those type of people that if I like a new song or like a new 2 or 3, I will sit there and play it on repeat until I literally can't stand it.
I've been at work. I've been listening to. I've been going back and forth between Panic at the Disco's new album and Rod Stewart, but I still like this past week at work. I was listening to a lot of Rod Stewart, and the songs was "Baby It's Cold Outside." I love it. Him and Dolly Parton, they do such like a good little remix of "Baby It's Cold Outside." It's freaking awesome. Another part of like I should have brought this up while we were talking about Funhouse earlier, but we're gonna bring it up now because it's written down on my little piece of stupid little paper right here that I'm reading, and it is telling me to talk about this, and I want to talk about this on this little piece of paper. How much more do you think I can talk about this little piece of paper? But anyway, Funhouse. Apparently, Spool. This is not confirmed. We saw that I was watching that kind of funny Twitch stream that Spool might be leaving Funhouse. What, like?
Yeah, I hope.
Like, this is just another thing that we don't know, but, like,
I hope not. Spool.
Man, it look good to get
Spool
closer.
might not be a stoner, but it's always funny them giving him hell about it. Like,
dude, it's hilarious.
Like, I think he might not be in a lot of the videos. I just think he's funny. Like, he's a nice little character to have in there, especially in the animated series they do. Like,
apparently, he's moving back closer to some friends and family, which you cannot blame anyone for going home closer to friends. You know, something may be happening.
Exactly.
But you gotta miss him.
Exactly. We're gonna miss him, and he only has so long with families and friends. Like we were saying, like I was saying earlier on one of the other episodes of watching us at the end of the week in the full episode, like. Happiness is like the key to almost anything you should be doing. Like the console, why you pick the console, like he can make more money or the same amount of money, or he can just straight up make money somewhere else. But like his friends that he grew up with, those loved ones he only has so much time with, and there's no point in risking it. Like money's money, and time you're not sure if you'll ever get it back. So go.
And if you want...
Go Spool, but I still love you. You need to start your own YouTube channel if you do leave, because I will subscribe.
He's on Twitch.
I will.
I don't know where to find him on Twitch, but you can find... it's either Sean Pool or S Pool, something like that. But you can go find his Twitter. I'm sure he's like knocking it around there. Great dude, so go find Spool. Give him some love. And for our final part is a random little bit. Something that just happened, Daniel, that we're going to complain and bitch about again. Technical hard cuts and technical issues that I just fucked myself out over. So you just let me bitch a little bit. Let me, or at least for a minute.
I already know the thing you're talking about too.
Because I was setting up for this podcast and I was doing a little setup. Unplug the power cords for the laptop so we can record the audio, but instead of unplugging the laptop power cord, for some stupid reason, I accidentally unplugged the power cord to the main computer, and it was in the middle of a hard render. It had an hour left, and it was in had an hour left and had been going for 8 hours. So it took 9 hours to render this video. Was on the 8th hour. And they looked so similar that I accidentally grabbed the wrong stupid freaking cord. So now I've got to restart the whole, I've got to go back through, re-edit the whole video, restart the render, and then it'll be back on track. So this little part is complaining about technical issues. Like, man, like whenever you start doing YouTube videos, you really realize how much, like I appreciate every YouTube video and especially movie and TV show I watch now, because I'm like, man, the amount that goes on behind scenes of production, people have done, like, if I'm doing this, like, these amounts of little fuck-ups, like, I couldn't imagine something with, like, hundreds of people going on, like, you know what I mean, like, hundreds of people in the live newsroom, like, you know what I mean, trying to say, like, I feel like the actors or the people on stage have it the easiest, because they just got to sit there with their little mic, they get makeup put on, then they read from a board, like, it's hard, but...
We've seen those one news people always pass out when, because those people, suit and ties with all those white lights on you on a green screen, and like your brain's walking like backwards because like you're having to like look at it, know it's a mirror, like a mirror reflection of you, and then point the other way. It's like what's showing up behind you. It's like your brain's already walking funky, and you know you're just sweating in a suit and tie and out cold, but still, like I couldn't imagine how much technical difficulties could easily happen.
And like so many things that go on like behind the scenes. It's just like making YouTube videos, like if it's your favorite creator, like, so let's say if your favorite person is Brett and Link, or let's say your favorite person is Ali A, or so, you know, just like pick up one of your favorite YouTubers, or iJustine, or some of the other ladies. Like I really like the lady who does Dr. Candy stuff. She's Rosanna something, like look up Rosanna Cake or Cup, like look up Rosanna Cupcake. You'll find this lady, like you'll love her too. But Daniel, you should go look and see if that's the arrow on the camera. Because if so, we're gonna have to wrap this up real fast. No, the power.
Oh, yeah, it's the power button.
Okay, yeah, then we're gonna have to. Okay, so technical issues. They piss me off. Like your favorite YouTube videos, they probably have.
Speaking of technical issues, Kim was being.
Speaking of technical issues, we're having one right now. So I'm gonna go through this. Your favorite YouTube video probably has a lot of videos that you have not seen, that you have not made because they had so many technical issues that, you know what I mean, they just scrapped it and said fuck it. So, but I'm gonna have to run through this outro. Daniel, is there anything you want to say about technical issues before I go right through this?
I hate fucking hard cuts. I hate that camera was fucking dying because I thought this was a good podcast. All the technical difficulties got in the fucking way.
So if this cuts off during this outro, I'm sorry. But thank you guys for watching another Max Level podcast. Daniel, thank you for joining me again. It's always nice talking. Yep. Always nice talking to you. And if you guys would like, please go check out Daniel's channel. It will be down in the description below. But if not, you can search Daniel Petry or Dylan Petry on YouTube, and you will find us. You will find his channel. We do a whole lot of...
Find me through Dylan Petry, because Daniel Petry might get on some giant, disgusting backtrack from some model, but...
Just look up Dylan Petry, and you'll find both of our channels. We do a lot of cool gameplay 1v1s over there. Max Level is inspired from our love of gaming. We do all of them on his channel. And as always, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace out.
Stay far, because it almost
Stay frosty.